Hi, Stitchy friends. Welcome to episode 99, my last double-digit episode. So next week will be 100. Yay! My name is Candace. If this is your first time here, I am a cross-stitcher, a quilter, a knitter, mostly cross-stitcher though. Welcome. It is snowing like crazy right now. And I went to start the video and I realized I still had my badge on from work. I said they don't need to see that. Yeah, so I'm still in my work clothes, but that's just because I'm going extra comfy when I change. I don't think my kids are going to have school tomorrow. This is what it looks like right now on our back deck. It's kind of hard to see because it's dark. And then this one, we live in a cul-de-sac. And the snow is super heavy, super wet. We're actually just on the edge of this thing that's coming down from the lake across places like Niles, Michigan, South Bend area in Indiana. They're getting hit way worse than us right now. So I think we're looking at like 5 to 8 or something like that. They're looking upwards of 10 inches. So, and it's really wet. So 10 inches of really wet snow is, it's not fun. I love snow. I'm sure I'm going to get some hate comments now. I love snow. So I'm very excited. If my kids don't have school tomorrow, whatever. I still have to go to work. My husband will take the day off. But I got some new glasses. These are from my, I know it's hard to tell because the ring light is like, hey, there, how's that? These are from my eye doctors because insurance covers a pair of glasses, so I always get one pair from them. I've got to get used to them though because the prescription is slightly different and it's kind of like I'm walking on a moving ship. It's very strange right now. But I didn't want to wear them driving home because of the snow. And people, when you get your first big snow, especially for people that don't know because they live in warm climates and don't ever deal with snow. But up here in the north, you've always got those people that just don't know how to drive in the snow. And it's worse on the first snow of the year that makes the roads crappy. So my husband was at the store and I said, you know what, just go to the school and sit there through the kids' swim practice. Don't come home and then go back out. The highway that's out by us, it's a state road highway, so it doesn't have a turn lane. It's just 4 lanes wide. And it's complete crap. It has not been plowed yet. It probably has a good 2 inches of wet snow on it right now. My van had a hard time maintaining traction, even at 30 miles an hour. So, yeah, but I love it. I was born in Michigan. I grew up with snow. I'm in my element right now. So this video will not be as long as last week, but I do have a couple of giveaway winners. So let me get these over here. So Daniela gets to have a copy of Just Cross Stitch magazine. This is the most recent one. So Daniela, my email is below. I feel like you've won before, but shoot me your address so I can get this sent out to you. And I'll try and get it sent out tomorrow. If I get it sometime tonight, tomorrow morning, because I can print the shipping from work. So, and then Allison gets to quilt. I love it. And you know what, Allison, even if you didn't want to do the cottage, these blocks, you could put, like, just make a bunch of those blocks and put them together. The only reason that I didn't keep it is there are these blocks that are like square in a square with flying geese, and half square triangles in basically every quilting book I have. Everyone does them. So, gosh, this looks so good up close though, with all the different low volume prints for background. So yeah, Allison, shoot me your address and I'll get this sent out to you. Okay, So, I feel like there was something I forgot to tell you guys last week, but I can't remember what it was. I'm sure it was something cool. Let's start with my son, who finished his first project and is now on his second. I'm so proud of him. If you guys follow me on Instagram, there are pictures of him on Instagram. I'm pretty sure the pictures of him on Instagram have gotten more likes than any of my pictures ever have. But, oh man, he like squashed this in there. But he finished Welcome Fall. This is a Lizzie Kate. The chart is called Autumn Things. And there's actually supposed to be an acorn charm right here. And I can't find the charms that came with the chart. So, the lovely Helen D, who is East Coast Crafter on Instagram. She's Helen D for Flosstube. She is going to send him an acorn charm. So I did not tell him. Helen, he has no idea that you are sending anything this way. I'm just telling him that I'm looking for one. That I'll find one and then I'll show him how to put the charm on and then I'll finish it for him. Probably a flat fold. But Helen is going to send him one. And I made sure to put his name with our address so that it will come in the mail to him. And he's going to see how amazing this community is, because he's going to get a charm for his Welcome Fall. So Helen, thank you. I will totally show it after we get the charm put on and fully finished. It's so cute. He's so excited. So he did start his next one. And it is Lizzie Kate Flip It stamp. And this is December. Now, I didn't have any 14 count Ada that was kind of this color. What did she use? Light mocha. I think that's what she had used for this one too. I don't know. But I remember saying this last week. So light mocha. However, I had a 14 count Ada in graceful gray. So he's going to use, and if you can hear my dog chewing on his bone, I'm so sorry. They already ate, but he is, I think he's mad about the snow because he doesn't like snow. And he went outside, did his business, and flew right back up that deck to get in here. I think my glasses are still just a little bit loose. I might have to go in and have them bend the bows just a little bit more because they're sliding down a little bit. Or I'll heat them up and I'll bend them myself. I don't know. Really, Bella? I don't think so. So anyway, back to what I was saying. He started his next one. So there's his start. He started last night. They didn't have swim practice last night because the high schoolers had a meet. So, Bella. Bella. Can you stop? There is quite literally nobody outside right now. Ugh. Anyway, so there's his start. He's super excited. He, all of his X's are going the same way. Oh, wait, hold on. Ha! They're not. Oh, well. He'll figure it out. I thought maybe his X's would be going the same way on this one, since it's just like a line of stitches with, you know. But that's okay. It's totally fine. I was going to say, though, if he ends up stitching backwards from me, it'll be really hard for us to ever work on anything together because it might look a little funky. But it's hard to tell on stuff like this, honestly, but if the stitches are going the wrong way. So that is his, and he... I love that he is loving it because... it was like someone said on Instagram, they made the comment, and I'm just paraphrasing, I can't remember the exact comment, but something about boys stitching. And I definitely worry that if he tells people at school that he's stitching, there are definitely people at school that are going to I don't know. I definitely have to get these adjusted. There are people at school that are gonna probably tease him about it, but I want him to be confident in his stitching, and he totally is right now. So we're gonna do whatever we can to make sure that he never feels like he shouldn't be a stitcher. I'll drop an elbow on somebody. Okay, so there's his. Now how about my whips? Yeah, these are still pretty loose. That, and I think I either have a crooked nose or one ear is lower than the other because my glasses sit crooked on my face. They always have. They've always adjusted them so that they sit better. I have quilting whip. Actually whips, but this one, so this is an exclusive pattern to Fat Quarter Shop. This is from Fig Tree's Christmas collection. It's called Christmas Stitched. And this comes on a jolly bar. And a jolly bar is a 5x10 pre-cut of fabric. However, Fat Quarter Shop, would you like the collar? Bella, you want this? I didn't think so. Fat Quarter Shop, I'm threatening her with the collar. Apparently snow makes her bark. They have a quilt kit for this that you can purchase. Because to make this pattern, you actually need 2 jolly bars. But I only had 1 jolly bar. In my Fig Tree box, the little box of figs that I showed you last week, I had 2 charm packs of this. It works. With 2 charm packs and a jolly bar, you can make this quilt. So the only thing is when you get the jolly bar and the 2 charm packs, you need to have background fabric and then binding and backing. Now, I'm not sure about the quilt kit on Fat Quarter Shop's website. If it comes with the backing and binding, usually they do that separately, but likely their quilt kit has all the fabric needed for the top. So it'll have background fabric and 2 jolly bars, probably. So I got everything cut for this. All I have to do is start sewing it together. And then I started making my strip quilt of scraps. Now these are kind of scraps, but kind of not, because I haven't sewed with these before, but I had gotten a couple years ago, this is the Catalina collection from Fig Tree. And I had gotten like a scrap bag. So it was like end of bolt cuts from pre-cuts and stuff like that. So there were different strip sizes, but they were all, I think they were all around like 12 inches long, maybe 10 inches long. I can't remember for sure. But I also had a jelly roll of Catalina. So what I did is I bought some sew-in interfacing and I used a jelly roll strip for the center because my scraps that I had from the scrap bags weren't long enough to go corner to corner. So I cut my interfacing at 10 by 10 and then I started adding strips. So you add the first one and then you add your second one face down and you sew. Then you press it to the side, add another strip, face down, sew. Flip it up and press it until you end up getting your block completely done. And then I trimmed it down. These are 9.5 by 9.5. So there's one, and they're all different. Not one of these is the same, but they're all from the same collection. So I'm digging the colors. And I'll show you 2 next to each other so that, but I got 12 of these done. I just love it. And it was funny, the first one I did, I was terrified. Because I was like, well, what if this color doesn't look good next to this color? Well, guess what? The more I did, the more confident I got because it's scrappy. And then once you see these blocks next to each other, you're like, oh, wait a minute. It doesn't really matter. As long as I didn't have like 2 navies next to each other, I'm good. So here, I'll show you like next to each other. None of the strips are going to match up, although those kind of do. So let's try it like this way. So see how none of the strips match? That's how the entire quilt is going to look. So I'll see if I can do this with, I don't think I can. I was going to show you 4 of them. Ooh, the snow is pelting the window. All right, so let's try it this way. See what I mean? Although, hold on, let me flip this one over. But yeah, so that's a rough idea. If I posted on Instagram too, I posted the 12 of them. But I'm excited. So I definitely need to make more of these because 12 is not enough for a quilt. And I just went and bought sew-in interfacing at Joann's, and it comes 20 inches by the yard. So it's 20 inches and then it's on a bolt. So you can buy it by however many yards you want. And I was just going to get 6 yards, and if I had a bunch left over, that was fine. But there was only 5 1/4 left on that bolt. So I said, okay, well, I'll just take that. So I'll let you know if I need more, but I'm just going to keep going until I get a good size that I want. I don't know how many blocks it's going to be. So those are the 2 quilting WIPs. That's what I did for my birthday on Saturday, is I did some cutting and some quilting. Otherwise, it was a pretty laid back day. I did not have a birthday start because I know what I want to start. But since I'm doing the 23 and 23 challenge, it was no new starts. Now it's WIP Warriors. I don't have a spot for a BAP, which is big ass project. It'd be anything that if you multiply the width times the height and then divide by 2, anything over 250. So the one I want to start is over 250. So I have to wait. But I'm definitely starting it for next year. Let's see. This has been my work WIP. This is Celebrate Christmas by Madame Chantilly. And here's where I was last time. I almost had the bottom of the tray done. And guess what? Now I have the bottom of the tray done. So, give you a little closer look. It's a little wrinkly, sorry. But I'm almost completely done with this side over here. I have the center of the flower and then just a little bit of greenery around it. And then I have the big sign over here and a little bit of like some white. They're like this one that are over here, like down hanging off the bottom. So I'm getting there, but yeah, it's been a really busy week at work. So I haven't had a whole lot of stitching time, but hopefully it'll be done next week. I don't know though. I don't want to say it too loud. I don't want to jinx myself. It's kind of like there was a chance the kids weren't going to have school today because we were supposed to get snow overnight last night, starting at like 3 a.m. So my husband went out and he made sure the snowblower had gas in it and the tires were fully inflated, and he ran it for a few minutes, and I go, well, now we're definitely not going to get snow because you just mess with the snowblower. Because that's how it works, right? Okay. And then this is Mini Autumn Cat Magic, which I got some more work done on. So here's where it was last time. And there's where we're at now. So yeah, I got lots of red. I was working on finishing up the red. I had started, and there were quite a few stitches still in that color. So I thought, oh, I'll just stitch it for a little while and I'll switch to a different color. Well, then I got to the point where I only had a little bit left over here, and there was only maybe 200 stitches. And I go, I'm not going to switch colors now. I might as well just finish it. So, I don't know. I think it was like 8:17. So I finished all of that color of red. There's definitely more reds in this, but we're coming along. I don't know that you're going to see this much next month, if at all, because the Christmas bug has definitely bitten hard, and I really just want to work on Christmas. All right. And then I guess I should show you my finish. I kind of forgot about it because it's so little. But I did, it was a start last week, and this week it is complete. And it is Beaded Holiday Pearl Snowflake from Mill Hill. So there's where I was last week. And this one's all beads on gold, like nice shiny gold perforated paper. So all beads. But I did it. I managed it. And I will kind of mess with some of the beads before I put the backing on, just to make sure they're laying right before I, you know. These are, like I said last week, they're a little bit harder than the ones that are stitching and beads. Just beads is a little bit more difficult. Okay, so that was my finish. And then the next WIP is the Fox Cottage Garden Samplings. No, it's not done yet. Ugh, it's on a 40 count, no name from Be Stitch Me. And here's where it was last time. And there's where we're at now. So I literally don't, oh no, I mean, I can say I don't have a ton left in relation to the rest of the chart, but I still kind of have a lot left. So I gotta fill in the rest of the colors on his leg here, and then basically the entire inside of his tail. I've done the outer edge, but I will say on this fabric, white is, it's really hard to stitch white on this. So I am doing all the other colors first and then filling in what's left with the white. It'll be much easier to see that way. So I got just in his leg there, those little, I don't even know what you call them. There's just 4 little stitches in a pattern, kind of like his chest is. But yeah, so still working on it. I'll get it done though. I just have to be persistent. Like my son's learning in school. Oh no, perseverance. That's what it is. Not persistence. Every kid is persistent. All right. And then this one did not get much work because I was distracted by my new Switch. I got a new Switch. Nintendo Switch. And it's the OLED. It's the black and white one. But I did get a few stitches in on Autumn Bird while I was waiting for things to transfer over. So the only thing I can't get to transfer over is Animal Crossing. I don't know what is going on. I got everything else to transfer over. So here's where it was before. And this is on a... I always do this. I say, here's where it was before. Scroll. 32 count Lugana in scroll from Be Stitch Me. So that was the back. So there's where I am now. And I did do a sulky conversion for this. So, there we go. So if anyone needs that, I can definitely let you know what colors I used. There's a lot of them though. It's a Satsuma street, so there's a lot of colors in it. So I just got some of the little branches done. It'll make it easier when I get to the leaves, because then I can kind of color complete across the chart. Not entirely, but a little bit. Okay, and then my last WIP is Quaker Pumpkins. Hello from Liz Mathews. I take it out of the bag, but it's kind of stuck at this point. I am doing this on Vanilla Latte from Be Stitch Me. It is also a 32 count. And I'm using Victorian Motto flosses for conversion. So here's where I was before. And that's where I'm at right now. Hopefully that's in there. There. I don't know if you can see it, but right below this motif right here, there is some reddish left over from the floss I had to pick out because I put that motif in the wrong spot. But yeah, so I'm now onto the gigantic pumpkin in the middle. So I'd say I'm getting close to halfway done, but this is a big pumpkin, so I'm not halfway done yet. And yes, I did take off the All Hallows Eve. I'm not doing any words. Just pulled the bottom border up. So I love this. I love stitching on it. Last night I was sitting watching Law and Order because I can't remember if it was on WeTV or if it was on Sundance, but they do like all-day marathons of old episodes of Law and Order. So that's what I did last night. So I watched some Law and Order. Stitched on my pumpkins. And I will not get this done before fall is over, which is fine. I really enjoy stitching it, so it's not I'm not one of those, it's like I have to finish it before the holiday is done or before that season is done, because I really like stitching it, so I'm okay with finishing it for the next season. Likely I will work on a lot of these fall ones like February, March probably, because I'm not a huge spring stitcher, but I'll get to the point where I'll be like, I want to get this done so I can have it finished for the season, even though I'm really bad at finishing. I didn't do any finishing like I said I was going to. All right, that's my son's stuff. I think that's everything. Yeah, look at this. Look at, I mean, I love the glasses. They're like sliding down my face. So I'll have to see what happens when I start stitching, because when I move my head, the bows are like running into my shoulder. They're sticking down way. I guess I just have a small head. I don't know. Oh, as far as things go, like purchases, I did get this quilt kit from Fig Tree. They're doing their 12 days of Christmas right now. If you've never heard of this and you like Fig Tree fabrics and stuff, go check out Fig Tree & Co.'s website. Click on the blog and read about it. You have to buy a like a first class USPS box, and then for the 12 days that they hold sales, whatever you purchase from the sale will get put in that box and shipped out when it's done. Today was day 1. The items were gone within like 20 minutes. It's really fun though, because there may be stuff that are listed that day that you don't like, or there's some stuff that you like, and if you're not quick, you don't get it. It's crazy. Last year I only got like 2 things, and I felt like I kind of wasted my money on the box, but at least it came fast. I did get one of the deals for today. It's a wooden box, and it has 10 Christmas mini charm packs in it. So that is the first thing. And the sales start at different times each day. So you don't know. She'll give you a hint. Like today, she said it would be afternoon Pacific time because they're on the West Coast. So, of course, everyone, like for me, that's like 2 o'clock is for me in Central Time. So, of course, 2 o'clock, and I'm like refreshing the web page. I was already logged in on their website so that I didn't have to worry about hurrying to log in. So I kept refreshing, and it was like 2 17 maybe, stuff popped up and I was like, ee! There were only 3 things today. So that's fine, because one of those 3 things was something I wanted and I got it. So yay. But I did get this last week. It's the Peppermint Candies quilt, and it's small. This I would probably just do as like a wall hanging. It's 19.5 by 23.5. And it looks like that. And I think it's adorable. And those are the fabrics. They are the Christmas stitched collection fabrics. So I'm excited about that because it's just another, I mean, hanging on the wall. It's just little. I can quilt it myself. It'll be interesting because those are shapes that I have not made before, so I'll figure it out. But yeah, that's all I have. So Daniela and Allison, shoot me your address. Although Allison, I bet, because she normally watches shortly before I put up new videos, because she comments on my videos. So she likely will not see this until like right before Thanksgiving. But I will get it sent out as soon as I get your address. So yeah, that's it. I'm hoping to do a little bit of quilting. Maybe this weekend. I don't know. My kid has a swim meet. So I don't know for sure. But I hope you guys have an awesome week. Here in the U.S., Thanksgiving is next week. My kids will be going to Grandma's house on Sunday the 18th. And they will be there until we go back the next weekend, just after Thanksgiving. To have Thanksgiving with Grandma and the rest of the family on my husband's side. And we'll bring them back. And then they'll go back to school. Thank goodness for Grandma's. I don't know what we're going to do for Christmas break, but that's it. That's all I have. Hopefully I'll see you guys the day before Thanksgiving. If not, have a great holiday. If you are not in the United States and not celebrating Thanksgiving, I hope you have an awesome week. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.